Okay guys, I'm back. I moved to my place because like it's about to turn off, right? It's about to die, so I have to connect it to the power. Alright guys, so look at this one. So when you look at this practice, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 functions. These are all repeating. Look, it's the same thing over here. It's the same thing over here. So we are using 6 functions only, but from each function I want to find x-intercepts and y-intercepts and vertex from each. Alright? So let's look at this. So this question, you're getting x-intercepts, right? But you know what? X-intercepts, that's same as zeros, right? Or we can also say it roots or solutions. So it could be all this, like these 4 terms, you can think that's the same thing. Alright? So x-intercepts or zeros, roots, solutions is all the same thing. And if the question asks you find the x-intercepts or find the zeros, find the roots, find the solutions, whatever, you just do what? Make it 0 and you solve it. Alright? So look, number 1. That's a standard form, right? So you make it 0 and you have to solve it. And what did I say over here? Standard form x-intercept, you're using factoring or quadratic formula. So quadratic formula always work, but you know, it takes time. So if you can factor the number, that's the easiest way. So for this, I'm gonna break down this 24. Let me see if I can factor this. So 24 and I want to get 5, right? So 6 and 4 does not work. 8 and 3 works, right? 8 and 3. Then your difference is 5. So we can factor this. So that is x. And my first number, bigger number, that's 8, 3, negative, and positive, right? So you just factor that. And what? You're just getting zeros. So my 0 from here, x equals 8, or from here, x equals negative 3, right? So that's your solutions of the equation. So your x-intercepts will be 8, 0, and negative 3, 0. Okay, like this. So when it's standard form, then we need to factor that, or you have to use the quadratic formula. It doesn't matter. If factoring does not work, or if you cannot find the 2 factors, then you can use the quadratic formula. Alright? And number 2, same thing, that's the standard form, right? And 3 is in front of that. You cannot factor by 3, so we have to do AC, right? But if you don't want to do the AC, you can just directly go to the quadratic formula, but I don't recommend. Alright, so look at this one. So 3 and negative 49. So negative 49 times by 3, then that is 27 and 147, negative 147, right? And then we need to break it down. So because you know what, this 49 is already 7 times by 7, so you have only 3, 7, and 7 for the factors. So you know what, I'm gonna try 21 and 7. Can you get 14? 21 and 7, right? 14 works. Yay! So difference is 14, right? So I got it. 3x and 21. Because you know what, I'm a math teacher, that's why I can find the number easily. But you practice many times, then you can do it like this. So, and then what, we need to follow the same sign, and that's negative, so negative here, and we are doing bottoms up, right? So let's divide. Why did I put 3 here? So let's divide it by 3, divide it by 3, all right? And that one, you can simplify that to 7. And this one, you can't. So you put 3x minus 7, right? So let me double check. 3x squared minus 7 plus 21. So you get positive 14 and negative 49, right? So this is good factoring. And we need to get the zeros, right? We need to get the zeros. So will be negative 7 from here, because I'm just taking opposite sign, which is negative 7, right? So that's my one of the x-intercepts. And from here, opposite sign, so positive 7 over 3. Positive 7 over 3, 0, like this. You get 2 zeros like that. Okay? And number 3. Number 3 is vertex form. So let's go back and let's take a look. Vertex form, then how do you get it? You solve the quadratic equation by taking square roots, right? Taking square roots. So look, from here you just set it 0 and I'm gonna solve it. Alright? So I'm gonna get rid of this minus 4. So we do plus 4, right? Then you get x minus 2 squared equals 4. Nothing to divide it by, so I can just take square roots. So take the square root, take the square root. Then you cancel, you get x minus 2 equals positive, negative, what's square root of 4? That's 2, not radical 2, that's 2. Once you simplify that, you don't have radical anymore. And then x equals 2, x equals negative 2. I break down this 2 and then we need to do what? Plus 2 for each, right? Plus 2. So it will be plus 2 and plus 2. So your zeros, 4 and 0, right? So my x-intercepts, so I want to write it in coordinate pair. So 4, 0 and 0, 0, like this. Okay, so when you get vertex form, then we solve it like this. Alright, and number 4, also vertex form, right? So you just set it 0 and I'm gonna solve it. So minus 6 minus 6. So you get negative 2 x minus 6 squared equals negative 6. And you divide it by negative 2, negative 2, right? Then you will get positive 3 over here. So you get x minus 6 squared equals 3. And you take square root, right? Then you cancel this and I can rewrite it. X minus 6 equals positive negative square root of 3. Don't forget your positive negative, alright? And then this minus 6, I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to do, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6. Then you get 6 plus minus radical 3. So this is fine, you can keep it. Or if you want to write it in the coordinate pair, then you can do 6 plus radical 3, 0. 6 minus radical 3, 0. This is fine. Alright? And 5 and 6, that's already factored form. So we can just get the answers, right? So from here, my zeros will be negative 1 and 3. You need to take opposite sign, right? So negative 1, 0. 3, 0, like this. And number 6, same thing, that's already factored. So, and this negative half, that's just a deciding your shape of the parabola, right? So you're just getting 0 from here. 2, right? Positive 2 and negative 6, right? We're taking opposite sign. So you get 2, 0 and negative 6, 0, like this. Alright, so this one, like getting x-intercepts, that's a lot of work because we need to solve the equation. Alright, so depends on your format, standard form or vertex form or factored form. There's like different way to get the solutions. Alright, and let's move on. Y-intercept. So this time we want to get the y-intercept. So anytime, any function, if you want to get y-intercept, then you need to put 0 into x. Alright, you put 0 into x. So guys, look at this. Number 1, we put 0 into x, or this is the standard form. So what? This is your y-intercept, right? So my y-intercept will be 0, negative 24. Right? And what about number 2? negative 49. That's my y-intercept. So 0, negative 49, right? And number 3, that's the vertex form. So don't take this number. That's your y-coordinate of the vertex. So we cannot take this one. But your y-intercept will be what? You put 0 into x. So you just put 0 into x. And you simplify this number. 0 minus 2, that's negative 2. Right? Negative 2 squared, that's 4. Minus 4, so you get what? 0. Your y-intercept is 0. So that's 0, 0. Okay? And number 4. Same thing. You put 0 into x. Then you get negative 2. 0 minus 6. 0 minus 6, that's negative 6. Negative 6 squared, that's 36. Right? So negative 2 times 36 plus 6. Negative 2 times by 36, that's negative 72. Plus 6. Then you get negative 66. Right? So my y-intercept will be 0, comma, negative 66. Okay, and number 5. You're getting y-intercept, right? So you put 0 into x, put 0. Then you get 1 times by negative 3, which is negative 3. So your y-intercept, 0, negative 3. Alright, and number 6, to get your y-intercept, we put 0 into x. Don't forget your negative half. You need to keep it negative half, negative 2, and 6, right? So will be positive 2 cancels. You have only 6. So you get 0, 6. Okay. And last one, getting vertex. So we're getting vertex. So guys, for this one, so we need to get the vertex. So from the standard form, what do we do? Negative b over 2a. Negative b over 2a. We need to do this. So that's what? Negative and negative 5. That's your b over 2a. So it is 5 over 2. Right? So my vertex is 5 over 2. And we need to get the y-coordinate. So that one, I'm going to use a calculator, guys. So 5 over 2 squared minus 5 over 2 squared minus 5 times 5 over 2 minus 24. Then you get negative 121 over 4. Okay, so I just put 5 over 2 into x. Alright, and number 2. Number 2, same thing, negative b over 2a. Then we get negative 14 over 2 and 3. So you get negative 14 over 6, which is negative 7 over 3. Right? So negative 7 over 3. And you put that in. So I'm going to use a calculator. So 3 and negative 7 over 3 squared plus 14 times negative 7 over 3 minus 49. Then you get negative 196 over 3. Okay? And number 3. Oh my god. I have 30 seconds left. Guys, I'll be back on the third one. I'm so sorry. Our first one was short, you know? So I'll be back on the third one.